92.3 now.
Hey, it's Ty Bailey from Ty Loves New York and Katy Perry from the Earth.
California.
Well, I mean, Santa Barbara originally.
I put out a song called California Girls. You'd think that maybe you'd know.
I know all about you, Katy. In fact, one of your friends, Bonnie McKee, was up here a couple weeks ago. And
Awesome. Yeah, I saw her yesterday. She's actually in the city right now.
She seems to like New York. She's taken to the lifestyle.
Yes, she loves it. And we went vintage shopping yesterday.
Well, that's where you guys met originally, right?
Actually, we did.
Shop?
Bonnie McKee is one of my favorite girls. She's also an artist now, but we do a lot of songwriting together.
Tons.
And we wrote this new song, Roar, together.
Yeah.
But I met her at a vintage shop when I was trying to sell some vintage clothes to the store, and she was trying to do the same thing because we were super, super poor.
Yeah, I mean, just eking by in California, right? That's in LA.
In the negative, always in the negative. Couldn't get the car out of impoundment. Right. It was pretty bad.
But you
Taco Bell was always there for us.
5 number ones.
Yeah, I don't remember how many, but a lot. Yeah. One day I called her in and I said, "Hey, you want to start writing for the next record?" Because we'd never written together, but I knew that we had the same kind of style and language and perception on life, and I appreciated her vision. So I said, "Come and share it with me on my records."
Well, you know what's cool about you guys? You remind me of each other stylistically for fashion too. Like you just have that. No rules kind of fashion.
Hold on. I cannot fit my big old booty in those shorts.
In the jean shorts?
Yeah, she only ever wears shorts, and also she only ever wears heels. That's the thing is when we go to Santa Barbara to record and stuff, you never see that woman in a pair of Uggs or like tennis shoes. She's always trotting around like a pony in heels.
Yeah. Well, and she knows that's like her asset. That's what she needs to do.
Her asset, yes.
But I always wondered this about you, and especially ever since I saw Part of Me, the movie.
Yeah.
I always thought, well, does Katy realize that she's dressing in a way that affects people in like you bring joy to people just through like the blue hair or the clothes and stuff? But is that why you originally started doing it, was to change people's moods while they were around you, or was it just
I do
personal
everything
thing?
for myself. Basically, I'm basically super self-serving. No, I mean, I just do it because I like to have fun. It's entertaining, exactly why you dress up. Sometimes people dress for the gays. Sometimes people dress for the husbands or the boyfriends, or, sometimes they dress blah, blah, blah for anyone. I dress for myself, and I hope everybody likes it.
When did you start doing that?
When I was 13, I started cultivating my own style. Actually, a little bit before that, I can remember specific outfits that I would pick out at Express or BB if we were really splurging. They call it Bebe, BB.
Bebe.
We still don't know.
I have a little Bebe.
Yeah, you do have a little Bebe. But I started to learn how to do this thing called the jitterbug, which is a vintage swing dancing.
Of course. Oh, I know the jitterbug.
Okay. So I went and I took lessons, and then I saw that everybody was dressing in this kind of 1940s way, and I started to adapt that style, which was perfect because when you don't have any money, you go to the garage sales, the thrift stores, and the vintage shops, and that's what I was doing.
So is this Wham inspired?
Wham!
Like the jitterbug. You remember that?
No, I wasn't there. I was born in the 80s, but I wasn't Wham. I didn't know about it. Okay. No, but I guess right now it's just kind of like it's like a little bit like Spice Girls meets Courtney Love meets a little bit alternative. It's a lot less character. Like, I really enjoyed putting on this character for Teenage Dream, that was like very larger than life and fun and full of candy and confectionery. And then I got punched in the face, and reality kind of served me a little bit. And so now it's a little bit more. It's more me, actually.
It's your personality.
It's me.
But in any given year, it is your personality.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Sometimes it's exaggerated versions, but I'm not really playing a character anymore. You're just kind of getting me as I come.
So is Prism going to be a little bit different? The new album, by the way, comes out October 22nd.
Yes, look at you. You know your dates.
Yeah. It's 9 days after my birthday, and I was like, well, that'll be a good present for me.
Oh, you're a Scorpio.
I am barely not a Scorpio. Because I think the day that your album comes out is Scorpio Day. Before that, Libras.
Oh, yeah. So you're not a Scorpio. No.
Libra. October 13th is my birthday.
Oh, you're 13th. I'm doing math wrong. It's too early in the morning.
Direction.
Yeah, I'm 25th, so I'm Scorpio.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. But you're very pragmatic.
Did I hear you were using astrological cleansing as a way to get into this
No, not
album?
at all. That's how rumors get started.
No, it's not. You said it.
No, I mean, I was just like, I'm very interested in the stars because they existed before us and will exist after us. But basically the reason why I call the record Prism is for a while, when I was about to start the record in last November, when I started writing it, I was kind of in a dark place in my life. Not dark, but I mean, it's not like super dark.
Well, you were really sweet to share that with fans, though. We all know what you went through, and you put it into the movie, and you let us see some of the most vulnerable stuff I've ever seen from an artist, especially somebody producing their own documentary, allowing that.
Yeah. Thank you. But I transitioned. I let a lot of light in, and that's what a prism does. You know, a beam goes through it, and then all of a sudden it shoots out all kinds of colors on the other side. And that's how I feel like I am, as I let a lot of light in. It served me well. It taught me great lessons. I feel like I've matured and grown, and I can take on the next era of who I'm turning out to be. And I'm so happy I get to kind of shine all these beautiful colors and truths out to my audience through these songs.
Well, Roar seems like a good first single off the album.
Yeah,
then.
well, I mean, it's like it demands attention. You're gonna hear me roar.
And it's like, I'm back. This is ready for what else is gonna happen.
Well, it's just it's one flavor out of the whole record. I'm very excited to show the rest of it. It's I didn't set out to make Teenage Dream ×2 or a duplicate, but I'm very proud of what I've done.
Is it nerve-wracking? Enrique Iglesias was here a couple weeks ago and told me that it's still scary for him after all these years and all this
After all these years, I'm sorry, like he came out in early 2000s or late 90s and he still looks like the same.
Right.
He hasn't aged a day. He's wearing like the same gorgeous baseball cap and like white shirt and has like washboard
One drastic
abs.
change.
What?
You don't know? That's okay. I'll show you pictures.
Oh,
in
I
a second.
think I know.
Yeah, you know.
Well, I mean, Jay-Z took the hyphen out, so sometimes you got to make small changes.
Right, little changes. So what are we going to see coming after War from the album? What else is on? Like, what are the moods of Katy Perry on this
Well,
one?
I went to Stockholm to make a lot of it, and then in Santa Barbara, which is my hometown. But in Stockholm, there's like a really amazing kind of fresh, deep house kind of dance vibe that's going on there. It's a little European.
There's an energy, and it's like a nighttime energy, right?
Yeah, it's super nighttime. Well, Stockholm and Scandinavia, it's super dark usually, but in the summertime is when you get the most sun. But it's typically it's 16, 17 hours of darkness,
right,
usually. So when they have the summertime, it's definitely very bright. But just my surroundings influenced me. I got to work with one of Robin's producers, who I love, named Klaus Alland. And I worked with a lot of the same people I worked with on the last record, because if it ain't broke,
why
don't
fix it?
And then I added a couple other ones like Greg Kirsten and Klaus. And so, yeah.
It's really funny to me. I watch you, and you're always so you. And if we watch,
who else would I be?
Well, I don't know, like Bill, some dude named Bill. You ever do that? You ever just dress up like a dude and just wander around town so nobody knows who you are?
Do you ever do that?
I constantly try to do that. I am a lady. My name is Tiffany.
Tiffany.
Can't tell.
Is
I
that
grew-
your
I
alter
grew out
ego
stubble.
when you have a couple?
No. No. What? Tiffany? Why would I go that direction?
Wow, this is getting very strange.
Well,
early in the morning.
So early on in your career, you went to a lot of record labels, and I like seeing artists that like really know who they are. And I think the same thing of your friend Bonnie is the idea that they really know what they represent. And you were sort of like pigeonholed. People were trying to pigeonhole you into different things that didn't fit. Where was the first moment where you went, this is never going to work unless I'm me, and I demand that I am either successful as me or I'm not doing it?
Well, I was upset when it wasn't working out for me because I didn't understand, but I knew that there was a bigger picture, that a bigger destiny that was in mind for me. And for some reason, like, I was going through all these ups and downs, but they weren't affecting me so intensely that I couldn't move forward with my life. And I finally got to a place where a label, a home, Capitol, that when they signed me, they're like, we're going to let you do you. They just believed in my vision, and that's what's always worked for me. And that's the thing with making this record is like, I do all the work. I make all the calls. I A&R it. I have a great team around me that I couldn't do any of this without, but they let me make the music, and then I say, okay, guys, it's time to come on board, and it's time to like really oil up the machine, put some gas into it because we're about to go.
And do you take the same control when it comes to like promoting? Like, there's a giant golden semi outside right now for
Yeah,
Prism?
well, it's a collaboration of ideas. We really have like a creative atmosphere between my record label and my management and myself and my friends. My friends who are, some of them are DJs, some of them are artists, some of them are very social, and they're involved in the entertainment industry, and they just all have a really nice pulse on what's going on, and so we all share.
Do you ever climb into that semi and are secretly being driven around the country in that?
I can't tell you that.
Are you dying right now?
Every day, yes, and
Just
moment we all are.
slowly doing it.
And we're back after a refresher of water.
When it comes to artists today, I heard you talking about people you'd love to collaborate with, like Drake and who else did I hear? Somebody along that vein. Or who are the people? Bruno Mars. You love Bruno Mars, right?
I like Bruno Mars a lot. I really think that he's showing off some incredible strength as a songwriter, as an artist that has a lot of sustainability.
Well, and as a vocalist, he's got such a cool
and incredible
voice.
Yeah, but he's just showing so many different variations of who he is, which is nice to see from one artist. It can get a little bit monotonous when you hear the same artist singing about the same stuff, whether it's a love song or a DJ or a dance floor or party. It's just like, come on now, we got other things to do.
I know you like one of the artists I love. Alanis Morissette was one of those initial artists that really moved me into music, like wanting to work with music. I'm not talented at music, but I love music because I like the way it feels.
You're essential to the team. How about that?
Thank you for that. So who are the other artists that you really are still inspired by today? Even if it's Alanis or if it's Bruno, sometimes it's fun to watch him and want to be that effective.
There's a lot of really fun artists out there that you should check out that, even some of them are, you guys are probably playing that Zed song by Clarity that has this artist named Foxes. There's this artist named Haim, which is really cool. Ellie Goulding, you probably play some. I love like kind of European females, English. I've always really loved Marina and the Diamonds. I love new music. While I've been gone, you'll see on my Twitter feed that I'm always trying to introduce new artists.
I do. I see you retweeting a lot of people that you like, whether it's fans or it's the artists themselves of the songs you like.
Fans, especially when it's time to put out the song. I've been retweeting a lot of that, but definitely I have no problem sharing the spotlight with anyone, especially if they're bringing something good.
Well, and I saw that you're very supportive of John. I think people know that you've been spending a lot of time with John Mayer, and it's really cool to see that you two seem to keep caring about each other. And selflessly,
of course, isn't that what you do?
Well, yeah. Well, not always. What are you talking about?
Right.
Robert Pattinson. You want me to list names of people that didn't last as long, right? There are people that you'd go on a date and you find out you don't really click with them. Yeah.
I didn't date Robert.
Yes, you did. I read Us Weekly all the time.
Oh my God.
I read Perez Hilton.
Wow. No, I never dated him. I'm very proud of that. We're actually just bros.
Okay,
total bros. Cool. Yeah.
But I like that you're
I
supporting
wouldn't touch
your
him with a
relationship.
10-foot pole, and neither would he me.
Well,
I'm just kidding. We love each other, but in a different way.
But I see that from my fiance. She's super supportive. Right
good.
now we have the baby, and
Nice.
she doesn't sleep at night because I have to sleep.
Well, that's generally the case when you have a child, I've heard.
But she's nice enough to let me sleep. She
Oh,
gets
that's
up and
kind.
and then I try
It's
to
really
do the same thing
important to
later
be
in the day.
supportive. I think it's really important. Just like he has a record coming out next week, which is called Paradise Valley. It's magnificent.
Do you get to have some input on what tracks make it onto albums of your friends, not just John, but anybody?
No. I never want to disrespect the artist process.
Well, but you come to your friends for ideas on music,
Sure,
right?
but ultimately we have the last say. It's my call and it's his call, and I would never interrupt that kind of process. And always have to remember that someone, especially with John, he was totally fine before he met me.
Yeah.
So he's cool.
What is it that draws you to somebody like John with the talent that he has, but also there's personality involved? I think as fans, we only see what we want to see from people, and you sometimes get an even further peek that maybe is the reason you're drawn to them the most.
Well, I'm very interested in artistic, intelligent people that, have a not so serious approach on life. That's how all of my friends are. They're artistic, they're intelligent, and they bring different perspectives.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, check out Prism. It's out October 22nd. It's going to, of course, include Roar, which has a very cool lyrics video right now.
Thank you. You like that?
I love it. Yeah, the little texting thing and the icons. Was that your idea?
Yeah.
Did you do it yourself on an iMovie program?
I did it, but I did it with one other person, but I kind of steered the whole thing. I was like, we got to do this idea. I was very excited to
That's
have
the
it.
fun thing about YouTube and stuff like that right now. You can release all these creative outlets.
There's no reins on anyone. It's like if
19 videos for one song.
Yeah, you could. I mean, you want to make sure that people are paying attention, and sometimes if you release too much, it's overkill, but I'm very proud of it.
I like it. I mean,
Thanks.
you've been involved in some fun videos.
The real music video is going to be very fun.
Do you want to give us one word clue toward what the theme is going to be?
Oh, if I give you one word clue, it would give away the whole theme. It's just so specific. So let's just say, okay, I can give you this. It's green.
Okay.
I know
Got
you'll not be able to get much from that.
Vegetables, moss, bacteria. All right. Well, Katy Perry right here, and she's also probably on the radio right now because this song's already #1 in 20 countries.
Is it?
Yeah, it really is. You
From the
didn't know
top.
that? I got to tell you?
By breakfast?
Yeah, by breakfast.
Oh my god.
I've already played it 4 times on my show, and I've only been on for 4 hours.
So you like it?
Absolutely.
So you
like
think
it.
you're pretty?
I think that everyone should feel they're pretty.
Oh, good. You're
Everyone
good.
should roar.
Good.
Yeah. But anyway, it's available for you right now, and this is the wonderful Katy Perry.